Content creator economy, how big is it?
तो कैसे हैं आप लोग?
Creator economy has added 10,000 crores to the Indian GDP.
The most popular profession amongst kids is YouTuber.
ले आओ यार, शुरू करते हैं बिना किसी बकचोदी के।
चमक दिख रही है सबकी इंस्टाग्राम पे।
The creator economy is booming like never before.
आप लोगों को क्या लगता है मैं कितना कमाता हूँ महीने में?
अच्छा मेरे अकाउंट में कितना है?
लोगों को लगता है मैं पैसा छापता हूँ।
ये देखो दोस्तों, मेरे सोने के फोन पे हीरे का कवर।
मैं चलता हूँ तो फर्शों पे गिर रहा है पैसा।
मेरे हीरे के फोन पे सोने का कवर।
12 करोड़ रुपए कमाए।
9-10 ईयर 50 to 100।
मैं बैठ रहा हूँ ना, नालियाँ जाम हो रही है, कहाँ पैसा गया?
हाईएस्ट तो क्रोर्स में।
भाई जिस कंपनी ने फायर किया था ना रेशन, उसके सीधे ज्यादा कमा रहा हूँ।
गरीबों
Indian YouTube contributed 16,000 crores to the GDP in 2023.
ये देखो दोस्तों पैसा।
But creators and influencers don't really earn as much as you might think.
In India, the AdSense money is not that big.
6,000 rupees is almost my YouTube salary every month.
सिर्फ YouTubers का नहीं, Instagrammers का भी कटा है.
The influencer market on Instagram was estimated at about 1250 crores last year.
The only way in which most of these creators will make money is through betting apps.
Earning for YouTubers, it comes from brands.
And how many creators does Instagram officially recognize? 8 crores.
कितने सारे हो तुम? कितने सारे?
That's rupees 155 per creator.
If you're in the top 10 percentile creators, you're able to make 7-10 crores.
And out of these 8 crore creators, only 1.5 lakh were able to earn money. And most of them made just about 16 to 25,000 rupees a month.
धोखा?
I know many creators who are making more from monetizing through courses and that kind of stuff.
So what does the future of content creators actually look like?
People, I think, grossly underestimate how much money YouTube can pay.
Yes.
Right?
Should you try your luck?
I have a problem
Or is the creator economy just a bubble?
with the way Indian influencers are doing things.
And how much will you make if you start today? And how long will you last?
The market can price you dynamically. You are worth what the person who's willing to pay you.
We brought to you the most comprehensive content creation guide. Here's the full disclosure.
तो चलिए
शुरू करते हैं।
Okay, so there are 3 questions you need to ask yourself if you want to pursue a content creation journey. 1. Is the creator economy already saturated? Or is there space for you to create and monetize your content? 2. What are the ways in which you can monetize your content? Is ad revenue the only monetization path? It isn't. And how do you actually become a successful creator? What content should you make? What you like or what the market needs? And which platform should you focus on? Okay, so a creator, influencer, these are not new terms. They've always existed. And for a very simple reason. They have a following. They have an audience, and wherever there is an audience, a market emerges. Because it allows a brand to reach people or potential customers without much effort. You'll get a lot of people sharing their thoughts on how to become a creator, what to make and how to make. And while all that advice is great, trust me, that's all surface level advice which will not matter if you do not understand the underlying forces. You really need to understand what the market forces dictate. Understand the industry you want to be working in to make it big. The quality and quantity of the audience determines a creator's worth. And to become a successful creator, you have to approach it from the market's side. And if you understand what the market wants, you can give it to them. That is when you will get something in return. There's a famous saying in the advertising world. Half the money I spend on advertising is wasted. The trouble is, I don't know which half. And think about it. This was true for marketeers and brands in the early days as well. They would put up billboards and show ads on the air, but they never knew how many people it actually reached and how many people engaged with it. The advent of social media changed where the audiences gathered, and unsurprisingly, the market as a whole had to shift to digital. And not only that, this shift made it easy for brands and platforms to track the audience, their demographics, their viewing patterns, even their buying patterns. And that is valuable information to the brands. In this new attention economy, if you were not paying for a product, then you were the product. I mean, your attention was the product. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, Vines, and recently TikTok incentivized more and more people to create content. This created an overflow of content and information. And in the words of Herbert Simon, a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention. So the more scarce a resource gets, and in this case your attention, the more valuable it becomes. So if you can get people to come and stay on their platforms, you will be rewarded as a creator. And soon, the platforms started flooding with content creators trying to make it big. Cut to 2023. The number of creators in the creator economy is now 80 million and monthly active users 470 million. That's a creator-consumer ratio of 1:6. So you'll find a lot of these creators who don't even have 10k followers or subscribers. Instagram recognizes about 90k creators with more than 10k followers. And on YouTube, it's about 5,000. And these are the only creators who have started earning through these platforms. The money is concentrated at the top of the pyramid, where the top few make the most and the winner takes it all. The rest feed on leftovers. But is the creator economy too flooded? Not exactly. It is flooded, but at the lowest levels, which makes it harder to break out. But once you're above the 10k threshold on any platform, it gets much easier to monetize. Brands are always on the lookout to find relevant micro-influencers to push their brand. On the contrary, their issue is finding relevant creators and getting them on board.
Sponsorship करना पड़ता है.
67% of brands intend to increase their marketing budget. And the reasons are simple. When they collaborate with an influencer, it helps them build reputation, awareness, and generate new leads. The creator builds an audience and the brands cook the fish.
You reel them in, we'll cook the fish.
Even giants like HUL that are known for traditional marketing also recognize the value influencers bring to consumer purchasing decisions. So the creator economy is not going anywhere anytime soon. If you can create a unique space for yourself, you should be able to earn as a content creator. But how? And exactly how much? There has always been a misconception that a creator earns through the platform. While that is true, the platform revenue usually contributes the least to a creator's income. It was true even the traditional influencers. Film fees or match fees were never the main source of income for them. The money always came from the brands who wanted to leverage their following to pitch their own offering to the stars' audiences. But apart from the ad revenues and brand sponsorships, there are other streams of revenue that a content creator can monetize, namely affiliate marketing, memberships and subscriptions, merchandising, and the most important, building services, courses, and products on top of your distribution. Basically, capitalizing on your distribution. So let's start with the basics. First is, how do you earn through the platform? So you might have noticed that every time you watch a video on YouTube, it shows you an ad.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
If you're watching this in 2023 and you've not seen an ad on this video, it's because we're not eligible for monetization yet. So yes, you need to cross certain milestones to be eligible for the AdSense revenue to start coming in. And depending on the type of audience your content has attracted, advertisers will bid to appear with your video. And whoever bids the highest gets to play their ad with your video. But why is that important for you to know? Because you need to know which niche you will be building your audience in. There's something called a CPM, which is cost per mile or cost per 1,000 views. Basically, the cost a bidder is willing to pay to appear ahead or after your video. And not every bidder pays the same for every niche. For example, Tanmay Bhatt, with 41.7 million views, his earnings were 7 lakhs. So his CPM was rupees 0.017 per view, which is 17 rupees for 1,000 views. A creator creating finance or tech content has a very premium, well-paying audience. The sort of audience who's not only willing to pay, but they can also pay a lot. And they will earn way more than a creator who creates random entertainment content with no clear takeaway. The rates also depend on where your audience or your brand is located. The CPMs are way higher in Western countries than they are here back home. So the first way to earn is through ad revenue. It's not a lot, but it's not nothing either. The other way creators can earn is through affiliate marketing. You redirect sales to a specific product like your shooting gear, the clothes you're wearing, or literally anything. And whenever a sale happens through your unique link, you get a percentage commission on that sale. It's not much and it's not scalable, and most do not rely on it for their income, but it's a nice sweetener. And it highlights an important metric: the extent of the parasocial relationship of your audience with you. The more invested they are in your persona, the more influence you have over them. And then it depends on you. If you want to put affiliate links in your videos or start merchandising. Once you have a following and you have running jokes, themes, or trademark phrases to your credit, you can actually start making money off of it. Or you can start memberships and subscriptions for your content. Platforms like Patreon help you monetize the value you bring to your loyal audiences. And now YouTube has built that membership feature within itself. Of course, they take a cut out of it, but you get the lion's share of it. But the lion's share still doesn't compare to what you can earn from brand deals. At some point, advertisers realized that putting up ads before the video did not really help them generate or convert leads. But when they integrated their product or service with the creator's content, the conversions shot through the roof. And based on how many people viewed that portion of your video, the payout happens. Alternatively, based on leads generated, the payouts happen. There aren't any standard universal rates at which you get paid. Every deal is drawn out as a separate contract, and contracts are drawn based on your perceived value to them, and if you can negotiate well, you can earn well. A little side note, a lot of these big creators don't really negotiate these deals themselves. They have talent managers or houses that look after all this boring stuff, which by the way is another up and coming career option, and we'll soon break it down at full disclosure, so stay tuned for that. Now, you can earn really well through brand deals, but there's a catch. Brand deals happen few and far between, and it will never be a reliable source of continuous income. And even more importantly, the sheer number of influencers mean brands find it very difficult to even reach you, as mentioned before. Unless you're at the top 10% of the pyramid, it's really tough to sustain. And what very few people realize is that more than any of the ways mentioned before, the true power, the true leverage a creator really has is their distribution. Coming back to Herbert Simon, who said that a wealth of information creates a poverty of attention, and we're already seeing that happen. Not only are attention spans getting shorter, more and more content is now battling for that limited attention. Think about it. In a constant population, attention is a finite commodity. 8 billion people into 24 hours per day. More or less, if we as a channel can command your attention for 10 minutes, we would have transferred some of that attention currency to us. Now, this is not enough though, and we need much higher numbers to actually make a transaction with this currency, but you get the point. That is exactly what a lot of creators are trying to do now. Because if you control distribution, you own a supply chain, traditionally speaking, and on that supply chain, you can now push your product or services. If your audience has a high parasocial relationship with you and you've built credibility for yourself, instead of earning a few rupees for every 1,000 views, you can now convert each willing audience member to a ticket size ranging from rupees 250 to even lakhs. And whether you choose to sell your expertise, trademark, or service, the earning potential really truly explodes here. So, how do you become a successful creator making the most of the attention economy? I'll give you a simple checklist to start your creator journey. Much like the concept of Ikigai, you need to identify 4 things. 1. Identify what you like. Try to keep it as unique as possible. It will not only help you stand out, but it will also help audiences understand what to expect from you. 2. Identify what you're good at. From the many things you like, what is that one thing you will be very good at? 3. Understand the audience. Being unique is good, but rare does not always translate to demand. If what you want to make is not in demand or does not seem like something that will be in demand, your supply would be worthless. 4. And lastly, can you make money off of it? Will you be able to monetize it via one of these methods? And whether you'll be able to replicate that content for a foreseeable future. And will its audience help you get brands to collaborate with you? Content creation is not simple and it's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. While the hopes of making it big in such a short time frame is definitely lucrative, it's important to realize the cons as well. Most creators have a very small shelf life, meaning they go irrelevant as quickly as they had risen to the top. So, when you start your content creation journey, focus on just one thing: create. Do it no matter how tough it is, do it no matter how terrible the results are in the beginning. Every piece of content that you create will inform you what to do and what does not work. And slowly, you'll find your own voice. And when that happens,
चमक दिख रही है सबकी Instagram पे. Fuck, what a life.
thanks a lot for sticking till the end. Hope you enjoyed and learned something from our video. We will be bringing more such career breakdowns, so make sure you tell us which career path you would want a full disclosure on next. And please like and subscribe to our channel. We're just starting out and it would really mean the world to us. Subscribe to Full Disclosure and we hope you can find our video on your YouTube home feed next. This is Lavina signing off. See you in the next video.